Interesting article from Marketing Week. Anthropic sticks to its guns, and will 2026 be the year of the AI layoff? So here we go again. We'll talk about the AI layoff really quick. So there, a lot of companies have laid massive amounts of people off right now, and they're saying, oh, it's because of AI. But if you look deep in the data, a lot of those companies, and I have actually, a lot of those companies haven't aren't utilizing AI to its fullest capability. I mean, we offer AI agents, for instance, as a service, but it's clunky. It's not good yet. It's not smooth integration. And if we're like that, I can only imagine larger companies, okay, they have more resources, so they implement these agents. But if it's clunky for one, it's clunky for all, right? And so it's kind of like for them to say, we laid off 2,000 people, right, as an example, because of AI. I call BS on that because I say, you know what? Okay, maybe 200 is because of AI, but the other 1,800 is probably mismanagement. You overhired during the pandemic, and now you're using it as an opportunity to remove overhead from your balance sheet. That's literally what it is. And so I think that there will be layoffs, but I don't think they're going to come in waves, and they're going to be gradual, fast but gradual. They're not going to be these knee-jerk reactions that the media talks about quite a bit. Because if you look at the actual data underneath, like, okay, what are all of the job functions of these people that you've laid off, right? And you're not utilizing these tools to their fullest capabilities unless you have a whole in-house AI development team. You're developing your own platforms, which some of them might, right? For a lot of these functions, I just don't see it yet. So, what do you guys think on this?
Same. I feel like one has to wonder if the numbers on some level will be getting padded, as you alluded to, because I've seen it happen. I've been I don't go to protests, but I've been adjacent to protests, observing them as a passerby as it would happen, and I was there by accident.
Mhm.
Anyway, I with my own eyes saw maybe 40 people there, and then I'd look at the news article about it and they said hundreds turned out. Well, does that
Right,
count the people that were shopping at the store that was next to the shop, like I
right,
was? Am I
right,
counted as one of those numbers, and I was just trying to go in and buy a greeting card and the protest was in
right,
front of the store? Like, is it like
right,
that? I think
right.
we're going to see a lot of that, a lot of number padding, because people are trying to encourage this narrative of let's be afraid of AI because it's going to
Well,
change everything.
exactly. And also, it could even be, too, if they're like a large enterprise public company, right? Public companies, I mean, why do we think, for those of you, anyone that's watching that follows stocks, right? Like I follow quite a bit in business. But why is it when you have a big company and they say, oh, we missed earnings numbers and we've laid people off, that the stock goes up? Because, investors know, okay, even though earnings were off, right? The layoffs now have saved overhead. So now the bottom line is going to be better for that company. So then the
Mm-hmm.
stock goes up. So it's kind of like very. So I think it's in a little bit of a manipulation to a certain extent. And they're like, oh, it's like the scapegoat of the day, basically. Like, oh, let's just say it's
Mm-hmm.
AI layoffs and just stick everyone under that. So,
Mm-hmm.
John, any thoughts before we move on this? Any thoughts on
Yeah,
this?
I think that for the most part, people aren't really getting laid off yet. For AI, maybe less hirings because you already have people and
Yes.
you don't need more
Right.
people.
Right.
But I don't think anyone's using AI to the extent where it really is replacing people. So
Not
especially
yet.
not at those large numbers.
No. No. Agreed.
Somebody still has to power the AI.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly
Can't let
correct.
everyone go.
Nope. Nope.